Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel by Study.com. My name is Kayla Thomas, and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. On this channel, I will walk you through everything you need to know to pursue a career in the military. I aim to provide you with expert tips, insider advice, and top-notch study material to boost both your confidence and your results. In today's video, I'm going to cover a key step for anyone looking to enlist as I walk you through everything you need to know about the Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery, or ASVAB for short. Today's focus is on the SHOP information, or SI subtest. Let's get started. The ASVAB SHOP information subtest measures one's knowledge of tools as well as SHOP terminology and practices. This falls under the science and technical domain of the ASVAB. Out of the 10 total subtests, the SHOP information subtest is the 8th test to be taken in the ASVAB overall test. It makes up the combined 11% of the overall ASVAB exam with auto information. The major parts of this subtest include woodworking tools and processes, lumber styles and grades, and power tools and their functions. Be sure to understand these concepts fully to do well on your subtest. When it comes to the subtest format, you can take the computerized or CAT ASVAB. For the computerized option, or CAT ASVAB, you have 6 minutes to answer about 10 questions or so. This means that you have about 36 seconds per question. This is an adaptive subtest, which means the test adapts to your ability level. You are allowed to complete the CAT ASVAB at your own pace. That is, when you complete the test in the battery, you can immediately move on to the next section without waiting for everyone else to move on. This can result in your test taking time being shorter compared to other test takers. About 70% of test takers choose the online version, which takes only about half the time to complete on average. However, you are not able to review or change your answers once you have submitted an answer on the CAT ASVAB. So be careful choosing. On the other hand, the paper and pencil option, or P&P ASVAB, is different as everyone takes the same set of questions at the same time. This is known as the traditional way of taking the subtest. You have 11 minutes to complete 25 questions. This means you will have about 27 seconds per question. In this test format, you can check your work for the current section you are working on. However, you cannot go back to previously completed sections, nor can you move forward to a new section unless directed to do so by your instructor. Auto information, or AI, and SHOP information are administered as separate tests in the CAT ASVAB, but combined into one single score, labeled as a S for the paper and pencil option. AI and SI are combined into one test, known as Auto and SHOP information, or AS, in the paper and pencil ASVAB. Scores on the combined test are reported for both the CAT ASVAB and the P&P ASVAB. In either case, be sure to manage your time well. Always leave time at the end to check over your work and ensure you are submitting the correct work. This video specifically focuses on the SHOP information subtest of the ASVAB exam. In this subtest, you are expected to demonstrate your understanding. In this video, I will offer insightful strategies to help viewers improve in this section that is critical to the overall ASVAB score. To begin with, it is essential for you to understand the types of questions you'll be asked, learn how the test will be administered, and fully understand how you'll be scored. The number of questions in the ASVAB depends on whether you take the pencil and paper version or the computerized version of the test. For the paper and pencil ASVAB, if you find yourself stuck on a question, there is no penalty for guessing. If you run out of time, make an educated guess and fill in all blank questions. On the other hand, for the CAT ASVAB, try to read and answer the question genuinely, rather than filling in and guessing for the remaining items. The CAT ASVAB gives you a substantial penalty when many incorrect answers are given at the end of the subtest. Next, let's look at the sample problems from Study.com so you can see what to expect on test day. The best answer choice would be letter A, steel square. A steel square has two arms that meet at the perfect 90-degree angle, allowing a carpenter to easily align it against the wood to verify if the angle is correct. It's specifically designed to accurately check for 90-degree angles in the carpentry project like stairs. As you can see, it is important that you are familiar with the woodworking tools and processes as shown in this example. Be sure to familiarize yourself with these concepts as well as with lumber and power tools. Thank you for sticking with me, recruits. As you get ready to take the ASVAB test, you will need to make studying your number one priority. Find a location to study with no distractions. Gather the tools and material you need and set a steady study schedule for yourself. Be sure to gather study resources from official sources to work with correct, authentic practice material. For additional preparation, create a study group that works together to discuss challenging topics and content, as well as quiz each other on the individual understanding of this content. Remember, the higher your ASVAB score, the more job options you have for your military career, including an array of special pay and bonuses. In addition to how to prepare for the best ways to study for the ASVAB is to first decide what your strengths and weaknesses are. Start by taking a practice test and set a baseline score and understand the portions of the test that might be difficult or confusing for you. Once you figure this out, you'll be able to recognize your strengths as well as work on areas where you need improvement. You're probably wondering, where should I go for study material and practice tests? Study.com will create a personalized study plan for you. Taking a practice test on the site like Study.com can zero in on what you know and what you don't. If you're using other materials, you may need to put your own study plan together. With Study.com, you have an abundance of diverse resources to choose from. Watch lessons to review material you are less confident in. If you feel like you know a topic well, do practice problems and quiz yourself. If you notice you are missing a lot, go back and review a lesson to make sure you know the material. Consider using Study.com's ASVAB practice and study guide to prepare you for your shop information subtest. The study guide takes you through 7 main lessons that include guidance and practice in the following areas: measuring tools, techniques, striking tool functions, turning tool types and uses, fastening tools, pliers, clamps, vices, saws, drills, and woodworking finishing tools. Utilize these preparation methods with just a click of the button. Feel free to customize your own learning style as well. Learning is not one size fits all. Not all these tips will work for everyone. Check out what makes sense for you and go with that. Remember, practice makes progress in your understanding as well as test-taking endurance. That concludes today's episode of U.S. Military Test Prep. Give us a thumbs up if you're feeling more prepared. Leave us a comment with any questions or topics you'd like for us to cover. And make sure you subscribe for more U.S. Military Test Prep content. Stay alert, and I'll see you on the next video. Good luck. You got this.